I wouldn't mind doing a residency in Vegas.
Really? How does this fucking end though?
Oh, not good.
And we're talking
same way Ralphie's ends.
We did, I know, dude. Damn, little Ralphie. That's what they would call it.
Oh my God.
What if the last special you did was just like Ralphie May? That was the name of it.
Oh man.
And you looked just like Ralphie, like you were that crazy.
Dude, I mean, I feel guilty now. I mean, I know that had nothing to do with this, but me and him were on a cruise ship right before he passed, like a few months before he passed.
Which does he sleep in the middle of a ship? He has to sleep in the middle of a cruise ship. At 600 pounds or 500 pounds, you couldn't sleep on the side of the cruise ship, could you?
He was sleeping a lot that trip. He wasn't getting up and doing much. And we went to his room once a day, and we go in there and smoke a joint in his room, and
what, he's just laying in bed the whole time?
He was laying in bed a lot. He'd get up and move around. I'm definitely not speaking ill of the dead, but anyone who was on that ship would agree. He'd move around like probably 2 out of the 7 days we were there. He'd get up and do stuff. Not often was he moving around.
And when you say like, because I've never been around anybody that has had that much of a, an impairment that wasn't like, I had a friend that didn't have any legs and he didn't do that much, and then I had another lady that I think was just lazy when I was growing up, and she also was taking care of a kid, a black child.
Yeah.
And both her and her husband were white, and they were pretending like it was their child to everybody, even though the lady that swept at his school bus was black, Miss Tilly.
Really?
And it was obviously her child. And we'd go over there, and it was the weirdest thing. They'd be like, "This is our son, Boogie." And it would be like, and dude, they had him dressed up like a little cowboy and shit, like to make him just seem even whiter. Dude, no joke, I remember this little Boogie, he'd have on these red boots and he would do this little fucking dance by the door when you went in. And it was like, what? Like, even I know that you can't get a black kid out of 2 white people no matter how hard you try.
I love that name, Boogie. Do you know what I met a football player in a place called the Chatterbox one time.
Booger McFarland?
And
I saw him one time at the airport, didn't I? I wanted to talk to him, but I was so nervous.
Booger McFarland. They were like, "This is my friend Booger." And I could not stop laughing.
You know how he got the nickname?
No.
Because he would hit people so hard that they'd have to fucking pick him out of their nose.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not. I thought it was because he's always had boogers.
No, dude,
Hey, booger.
Dude, give black people some fucking creative credit, bro.
That's the only other booger I had met was from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yeah, that's true, dude.
Hair pie. Pan down.
Can you imagine, though?
But
I hit you so hard, you're going to have to pick me out of your fucking nose, bro. That's
my
Booger
friend
McFarland.
Kim introduced me to him at the Chatterbox in Tampa, and I was high as fuck. And she's like, "Hey, this is my friend." I was like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" He's a big guy.
Played at LSU.
Yeah, and he was like, and she's like, "Hey," I go, "How you doing?" "I'm Bert." And he goes, "I'm Booger." And I went, I could not stop fucking laughing, and no one else was laughing because he was a Buck at the time.
Yeah.
So everyone knew Booger McFarland.
Oh yeah, he played for the Buccaneers.
Played for the Bucks, yeah. Booger.
So let's go on. So I want to hear more about that Ralphie Mo. This thing.
Yeah. So I don't know what I was saying.
We're gonna be in Vegas.
Oh, so we were all hanging out.
Oh yeah, you guys were on the cruise ship, and I had said that I hadn't heard of many people that couldn't move around that much.
Oddly enough, he is the reason I called this special Secret Time, the Netflix special, because we were all hanging out, and he was like, "I got offered a residency in Vegas." I was like, "Man," "Ralphie, I think that's the best thing for you, in my opinion. You go, you get in Vegas, you get healthy. You don't have to fly, you don't have to travel." I guess traveling was the thing keeping him healthy because he was moving around. They had to get him up and out. But he was.
Oh, you don't even think of that, huh?
Yeah.
You have to get up and go to the bus. You have to get up at the gas station. Maybe you can go get a drink. You have to do stuff.
You have to get up and pay for gas. You have to get. There's things he had to do, I guess. But I was like, go to Vegas, dude. Because in my head, I go to Vegas, get healthy. Get involved with some UFC gym out there.
Yeah.
Where they're like, maybe it's not I don't even know, but like they're fans of Rogan's podcast. They know who I am, and they let me work out, or like some guy keeps an eye on me and it's like, make sure I'm doing something healthy.
Yeah.
And then go in, like go play golf once a day, do a show, and don't drink because you can just come home.
Yeah.
That'd be great for me. And I told him, I was like, dude, do it. And so then we did one show. I got to be dead honest with you, probably the funniest I've ever seen him in my entire life. He had a joke about having mediocre dick. You ever heard this? He goes, a lot of you out there talk about having big dick. I got mediocre dick. No one wants big dick, ladies. You don't want big dick. Leaving your pussy like a horse reaching for a sugar cube. Like, he did 9 of those, Theo, 9 of those. And I'm fucking dying laughing. You don't want big dick. Like just 9 different tags. He was so good at that, of doing those 9 different tags. And then I went up after him, and I was buzzed already. I was already drunk, and I never get, but it was like a cruise ship, and Cowhead's cruise, Calta's cruise. I gotten high with
Mike
Ralphie.
Calta?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a sweetheart.
I got high with Ralphie, and the things I found funny were just secrets that I was going to say on stage, and then Ralphie and Cowhead, so they could just be like secrets. And like first joke was like, secret time. When I get out of the shower, I dry my asshole on the bed, and Ralphie lost it. And he's like, he does that shit. You do that shit, don't you? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, more secrets, player. And so I just kept telling secrets. Secret Time's the name of the special? Secret Time's the name of the special. And I got off stage, and Ralphie's like, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard you say. He goes, just tell secrets. Just tell secrets. Oh, he kept going, tell more secrets. That's so
true. It's like you like, yeah, there's some, you like telling secrets.
I love telling secrets. Like when I go, like the perfect example is like when I go Secret Time, I only had sex with 6 people. And then I go, fuck, it's women.
Right.
Why? Like it's, you just, And I also feel like if you keep like, and that's the other part is I talk shit about my family, so I don't want them seeing it.
Right.
So that's the other part of the Secret Time. But Ralphie was like, all night we went to dinner that night at the Italian restaurant on the boat, and he was like, he kept going, tell me more secrets, Bert. Tell me more secrets. And I just was like, and when you're open up, and you're like, I was telling them everything. Oh, I got the clap in college. They're like, what? And then I just tell them the story, and they were laughing, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's kind of what I do on stage is just tell a secret, and then my kid's dumb as fuck, and then I tell the story.
Yeah.
So but Ralphie had to do with me.
Did you enjoy that clip? Well, you really would have enjoyed it if you was watching on a TCL TV. TCL is America's fastest growing TV brand. It's so fast, it's the Carl Lewis of television brands. It's that Florence Griffith visual joiner. It's celebrating its 5th anniversary from launching in the U.S. markets. I have one of these at home, and these suckers are just, I mean, it's like having a Mona Lisa on your wall that plays everything you want. Follow TCL at TCL_USA on Twitter and Instagram for more details. For more information about TCL, visit TCLUSA.com. That's TCLUSA.com.